Alright, what's up, fools? We are back out. We are out in San Gabriel. We're walking the, what is this, the Irwindale?
Santa Fe Dam.
The Santa Fe Dam.
Yeah.
And we are here with my boy, Nevin.
What to do, y'all? Welcome to another installment of Wes's great series of PT students.
Right. So as Nevin said, we are back with the series within the series where I'm bugging all of my classmates from our DPT cohort. And that pretty much clears up question one. But do you remember the first time that we interacted and we actually talked about
All right, Wes, well, let me explain something. We were in anatomy class, right? I was sitting down, you're right behind me. I didn't know who this guy was. This guy just taught me how to classes, whatever. And then, so we were doing, I think it was Kahoot.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was Kahoot. I think there was an answer that I didn't agree with, so I stood up violently. Yeah. I'm like, hey, what is this? This is nonsense. And then right behind me, I hear, sit your ass down. But it was more mean.
Yeah,
I turned around.
Yeah.
I was like, who said that? So I was looking at Elise, then Brandon, and then Wes. And I was like, no, those two didn't say it. I looked at Wes. I'm like, in my head, who do you think you are? You're so mean. And then I looked around and I sat back down. So that was my first impression of Wes. I was like, man, this guy's a dick. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, man. But yeah, that's our first impression. And then after that, like, I don't know, Wes is a big bear, so I'm like, hey, what's up, man? How's it going?
Man, Nevin's a big bear now.
I just walk away. But yeah, I think ever since that moment, that was actually a good way to initiate conversation, like, you know, initiate a moment with me, because I'm like, I'm not gonna approach you, you know. But now you said that to me, I'm like, okay, this guy's a little jokester. I'm gonna see what's going on, you know. So that's the impression, and that's the first time we met. And ever since then, it's been just like small communications, and we got really close this past, I would say.
Well, because I think you're a lot closer with like David.
Yeah.
And like that group. So exactly. I think once me, Charlie, and Zach, we moved in.
Yeah, I think
that was like the first time that I think I started interacting with you more outside of class.
Yeah, outside of class, definitely, because it was just like an interaction between two groups, and then I'm a lot more close to you guys since then. Yeah.
Nice. So I guess the second question,
sir.
Since we are all in PT school, I'm assuming your end goal is to be a physical therapist.
Yeah.
But can you tell everyone kind of what your prior work experience is in?
Yeah.
And then once you graduate, what's the patient population you want to work with?
Gotcha. So my experience in like PT and non-PT related things, let's first start off with non-PT related things. I worked at a ticket usher / box office / performing arts center.
Okay.
I'm a manager there for at least 5 years. Yeah, like from sophomore year of college up until like the month before we started PT school, and that was like a side gig. But then the thing is that the hours were so flexible.
Yeah,
I was still going to school at my 4-year university while working at community college because it was just so flexible. The hours there was pretty nice. No, actually the hours sucked. The pay was pretty nice, so it kind of compensated for that. And then so I worked there right throughout the entire time, even when I was volunteering at the PT clinics. Another non-PT related job I had was I worked at Home Depot as a cashier. Got fired there within 6 months.
What'd you do?
Okay, so apparently you can't give discounts to other employees. I did that like my second day there, and then I didn't realize that. Then like 6 months later, they realized like, oh, we're losing a lot of money. What's going on?
Yeah.
And then so they found out that there was a transaction from the second day I was there, 6 months later.
Oh.
And I got fired from that. I'm like,
damn.
I didn't really read the handbook, but you know, so be it.
Yeah.
So ever since then, I've been loving Lowe's a little bit more than Home Depot. yeah. Really lost customers there. But yeah, so those are the non-clinical related job experience. Now with clinical, I worked at just 2 settings. It was I think it was Casa Colina.
Okay.
I was a volunteer there for just a few months, and then after that, I was a volunteer at Methodist Hospital in Arcadia, and that one was for like a year, because you know that, like, I don't know. I only volunteered there probably like 1 or 2 hours a week. That's why it took so long. And then after that, I was in aid at a skilled nursing facility for probably just 4 or 5 months before I got accepted at APU. And then after that, I went to APU. So my experience in those settings was like, okay, here's a patient, here's a PT, they do the thing, especially an outpatient. I didn't quite understand what the heck was going on. I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, sartorius. I learned that in like undergrad. That's pretty awesome. I don't know what you mean, doctor, but whatever. You know. I went to inpatient. A lot of the population was the same. A lot of like proprioception, perturbations that they worked with. Pretty cool. It got boring pretty fast for me. My attention span was pretty fast in both of those settings, you know. So I enjoyed my time there. It's just that with me, I can't really just like sit there and shadow and just, you know, clean and wipe tables all the time. And then when I went to inpatient SNF, when I was actually an aide, that was a little bit different. I transferred to patients. I helped PTs out with their, you know, with their treatment. That was very cool. I also hated working there at some points. You know, some of the patients were pretty mean, but I understand where they're coming from.
Yeah.
It's just that I don't really like working, waking up 6 a.m. sometimes to do the thing. So that's my experience in the settings. Yeah. And then what was your second question after that? Those are series of questions.
Is there a specific patient population you want to work with?
Got it. Yeah. So before going to PT school, I really wanted to work in the like inpatient population, like neuro rehab and whatnot. And then ever since then, I'm a lot better at ortho and understanding it. It makes sense in my head a lot more. So I'm now more gravitating towards that, right? But then I'm still open-minded. I can still take whatever's given to me.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. It's just that ortho just makes sense in my mind. Neuro, I think that's the population I'm going for. But again, it's up to you to debate in the future. We'll see what's up.
Yeah.
Very chill about it. I don't know. There's a lot of people in our classes like, I'm gonna hit this population. I'm gonna do this. This is gonna be great. I'm like, dude, good for you.
Yeah.
I wish I had that like direction where I wanted to go. But yeah.
Nice.
And then you have another one.
So I guess to kind of go into the deeper questions.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell everyone a cause or issue that you think is important, but you feel like it's not getting the necessary coverage or attention you think it deserves?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of like issues, right? Of course, but there's a lot of issues, global, right, to more local, to more county-wide, to more, there's a lot. So there's a lot we could talk about. We could be here literally all day walking in this big giant loop, and we can talk about every issue. But an issue that kind of resonates with me more, right, because it's more personal to me, more personal to a lot of factors in the communities that I've been in, is mental health that needs to be discussed in the Asian community. You know what I'm saying? So that issue is kind of talked down within, like, the parents that immigrated from other countries that didn't really talk about their emotions and feelings, right?
Right.
I noticed that with my parents. I noticed that with other people talking to me, how like especially in the Filipino community, because my significant other, and I have a lot of friends that belong to that community, that talk about how their parents and generations above but have a tendency to talk down about mental issues that they're going through. Right?
Yeah.
So within the Asian community, or especially with the older Asian community, that's not really talked about. That's not really discussed, and it's actually frowned upon when we talk about your emotions and talking with a therapist, right? The psychiatric therapist. From my experience, so I have a comorbidity of previously of depression, anxiety, and ADHD, but more so now it's just ADHD. And then when I kind of realized that I have symptoms that align with ADHD, I'm like, okay, let me just talk to a therapist about it, see if it's actually me, that I just can't pay attention for shit, or is it my condition? You know what I'm saying? Went to a therapist, talked about it. Awesome, I am conditioned. Okay, I actually got a second referral. See, do I actually have it? Is this just me?
Right.
And this is maybe just me, like me doubting myself having ADHD from my parents telling me, like, dude, like, don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
So I got a second opinion. They confirmed it. I'm like, okay, I do. And then that explained a lot of like the groundwork of who I am as a person, what I believed was my shortcomings and my downfalls. You know what I'm saying? And then it just made sense to me, like, oh, so the reason why I do this is not because I'm a delinquent. It's because this wasn't really taken care of when I was a kid, right? And then I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like, I have a revelation about all these issues I had. After that, I talked to my parents about it. Like, oh, dude, like, the reason why I act like this, or some of it, right? It's not because it's only just my fault. It's just because that's how I am, right? That's how the condition I have. Yeah. And they straight up told me that's bullshit. Like, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, dude, that's just all in your head. The reason why you do all these things is because that's just who you are, not some type of condition. And they're like, how dare you go to the actual doctor and therapist and get this like legally binded to your medical record? And like, now that you're going to be at such a disadvantage, people are going to judge you. And I'm like, no, it's not supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And then I told my parents, Mom, Dad, like, that's kind of ridiculous. And I talked to my brother about that too, and he was like, oh, like, I work in a psychiatric ward, and then like, I understand where you're coming from in terms of like, oh, you should get diagnosed, but I also agree with Mom and Dad that this is a permanent record, and why do you even have this on? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, this is not, like, this is something that I thought was kind of like deep for me, and I thought you guys would share the thing. And I noticed that with my parents, so I was like, okay, this is kind of bullshit. I talked to like other communities or other friends out there that are also Asian American, and they kind of gave me the exact same kind of detail about how their parents kind of downplay how we should feel and how our opinions and emotions should be invalidated. You know, my mom straight up, like, I go through more shit than you. Like, why are you still like talking about stuff like this? Like, whatever you're going through, it's nothing what I did in the past. I'm like, this is not like a contest. Like, what are you talking about? You know? So that's one big issue that kind of hit me really hard. And then that could be discussed in the community a lot more within the older Asian generation, right? I think with us, right, like 20 millennials, 30-year-olds, I think we kind of understand that a lot more.
Yeah.
It's just that we have to discuss that with the moms, the dads, the appas, the amas. You know, it's something that has to be talked about, and it's a lot of people fall for that type of mentality of just disregarding your emotions. I think that has to be tackled. Yeah.
No, thanks for sharing that.
No problem, dude. That's something that has to be shared.
Well, I definitely do, because in previous interviews, like you said, mental illness has come up.
Yeah.
But I think definitely talking with you, not to say that I don't connect with other people as much, but especially because you're also Asian. Yeah. Kind of, I say going through the same thing, kind of also probably believing the same thing too. Yeah. And it's definitely at least for me, it's definitely still like a work in progress. Yeah. That, kind of changing that way of thought, and
exactly.
Because I think down the road it just leads to you just blaming yourself. You not going out and looking for help. Good thing that you did. And who knows, like that problem could still be going on.
100%.
When like we could, when there's like a solution just staring us in the face.
Exactly, and it's part of a cultural thing that like we should deny that solution, and we should even deny the underlying problem that you have. Yeah. I'm generally speaking, like a very vague, very big thing. I don't have any studies lined up with me, but I would definitely like to talk about this more. You know, if you're interested, or anyone in the audience is interested, you know. So that's
All right. I guess for the second question, it's I guess the first one was already pretty relatable to who you are, but is there another cause that you've been either involved with right now or involved with in the past that you'd also like more people to know about?
A cause, so like bring awareness to something, right?
Yeah. It could be like an organization that you've worked with in the past. Yeah, okay, I got you. And or also could be something minor. Could be something fun.
Yeah, no, I get you. It doesn't have to be serious all the time, right? Yeah. Let me tell you. There's a lot, like a lot of fun things. I don't even know like where to start. I mean, okay, here's a small fun like annoying issue. When you go to the gym, re-whack your weights. What are you doing? I don't want to see a 120-pound dumbbell after you like doing a snatch to do a bicep curl. What the frick you doing, man? Just put it away. That's so annoying. That's part of the reason why I got a home gym. I don't have to deal with psychopaths at the gym trying to flex. I'm like, okay, relax, bro.
Trying to flex. Look at that. He's definitely one of our bigger dudes in the class. All right? Smaller, always flexing.
It's okay. But even then, even if they're bigger than me, I don't care. Like whatever, do your thing, bro. Just put your weights away. Yeah. Oh my God, there's so much sweat on the bench. What are you doing? Wipe that shit down. Yeah. Like there's just etiquettes that need to be followed at the gym, and that's not being followed. I'm like, dude, they're like 35 years old. You were a quarterback superstar back in high school. Awesome. You went to college. Pretty dope. Oh, now you're working at some, a desk job. Awesome. At this point of your life, you should understand how to clean your shit up. Yeah. You wipe your ass. Cool. You wash your hands. Awesome. Can you do this the same for us? You know. So that's how I feel. That should be really like drilled in from a young age. So from K-12, wipe your shit down at the gym whenever you go to in the future.
Yeah. I love it.
That's kindergarten. That should be the policy in kindergarten. First grade.
Or just you pick something up, put it back where you found it.
No, but especially in the gym situation. Right,
right.
Yeah, cool. You might do that like in real life outside from it, but no, you gotta take it in too. Right. That's an issue that needs to be dealt with a lot more. Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, man.
And I'll say to conclude it with that goal that hopefully people will be better human beings at the gym.
100%.
Can you tell everyone what your goals are for the future? It can either be short-term or long-term.
You know what? So this is a lot more of a DPT focus series. Right. But I also believe that I think being a PT is just a stage in my life that's just there, Cool, I'm a PT for maybe 30 years, 20 years. But who knows? Even after that, I want to do something more. Yeah. Right? A lot of people tend to go into entrepreneurship and tend to do other things that they really enjoy, like doing, right? For me, being a PT, that's just one facet of my life. That's not going to describe who I am as a person. Of course it shouldn't, right? Yeah. But then people tend to forget that, like, oh, PT is my life. And then they just get themselves absorbed to it, and then they get burned out. They don't know what to do, and they have no direction. So when they're at the job, the patient relationship with the PT kind of goes down, right? For me, it's just one thing. Work's work. I'm not going to think about work when I'm not at work. Yeah. Let's see what's going on with the rest of my life. So my goals in life, Wes.
Yeah.
be a PT part-time to the point where I only like doing PT because I enjoy it, not because it's a paycheck.
Right.
Right. But then people say that, oh, you know, if you love your job, you're not gonna feel like going to work. Bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. I believe you work yourself, you know, hit your needs, pay your bills, right? From your regular job, but make income from something else as well, like a passive income. So my goals, going back to that, be a millionaire.
Yeah.
By whatever means necessary. Not from being a PT. That's just going to sustain your life.
Yeah.
But then to sustain your mental health and then like enjoy life, be a PT for fun as a hobby. Also getting paid for that. Maybe like, I don't know, 12 hours a week. Because you're not gonna get burned out, and then the rest of the income is from something else. Yeah. Right. If you work 40 hours a week, we're meeting hundreds of patients per week, you're gonna get burned out. I'm not with that. Yeah. That's probably gonna happen to me anyways. But I'm saying like, there's a goal that I'm gonna hit. Yeah. Being a millionaire, somehow it's gonna happen. I love it. Yeah. I have a plan. It's on a DL, but when the follow-up interview comes, when you're balling, when I'm balling. And I'm like, yeah, like this is the next interview. This is the title, thumbnail. PT millionaire. How to be one. Nevin Pool Pong.
Y'all, let me know.
I'll let you know.
Wherever I'm in the country, I'm gonna come find you. Yes, exactly. We'll do another video.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes, exactly. You're gonna be. We're gonna conduct the interview at the clinic I'm working at, and then by the time we're done, that's probably like my entire just shift. That's the goal. Yeah. Dang.
No, that's chill. That's I mean, I feel like that's.
Oh, cool.
I feel like that's goals for me too. Yeah. You know, I mean, like you said, I definitely do enjoy the field. Yeah, I enjoy the field as well. But definitely burnout is real. Yep. People bring it up in class because it's real. People do feel it. So I've been, hopefully, once I get more than like 50 subscribers, then I can. That's when the money starts rolling in. Right. I'm gonna have to increase my subscriber 20 count before, or 20 fold before I can start monetizing. Yeah. But hopefully, like, you know, I can. It's like goals that, you know, you put out, and hopefully they come true. And then, like you said, then we can start doing PT. Not as much to, you know, get the units in. Yeah. Because we need to get paid, but because we enjoy it, we like interacting with the patients. Exactly. And 100%. We can, you know, spend the time with them without worrying about like the next patient coming up. Exactly. I agree. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. For some people's tolerance for patients loads is a lot more than other people's. Mine's is lower, a lot lower. So that's my goal. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, man. Let's be millionaires. So with that, we'll just put that thought into the world. Far into the world. Hopefully we all become millionaires. By the time this is posted, you ain't gonna be seeing me in APU anymore. I'm joking. Yeah. Oh gosh, I shot myself in the foot. I'm joking. I'm kidding. Nah, we're joking. We're joking. No, we're gonna get our degrees. We're gonna be out there. We're gonna be great PTs, and then we're gonna be rich from that. Yeah. Loans gone, everybody. Totally. Paid off. House bought. Yes. Most likely rented in California, but bought. House bought. Bag received. Bag received. Diploma got. Loans a lot. Oh my god. Yeah. All right, guys. All right, guys. We'll see you on the next one. See you on the flippy flip.